Hi, I'm Jesse with Canine Perspective, and in this video we're going to cover what does our daycare and boarding structure or daily routine look like. So we're not a free-for-all. A lot of daycares just have your dog in a big, large room with like 50 dogs, and then it's just all-day play, or just there's never any time to themselves and stuff like that. Or they're kept in a kennel barking all day because they don't do well with the other dogs. For us, we do hourly rotations. So on the hour, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to close, right? As a frame of reference, we're rotating dogs. So in the morning we come in, we get in at 6 a.m. in the morning. We run the dogs out to go potty. We bring them back inside, get them fed, get them watered. We usually give them to about 8 o'clock or so to just kind of, eat and all that stuff. And then any dogs that haven't eaten, what we do is we'll just leave them in longer while we start to get groups going. So we have play groups, we have treadmill, and then we have stationary control, okay, or place command. So for dogs that are social, they'll go into a social group, let's say at 8 o'clock. We might, if we have dogs that are antisocial, we give them time in the ISO pen. So they'll be in the ISO pen, by themselves, stretch their legs, want to walk around, stuff like that. Dogs that have been trained by us or have been trained in the past on remote collar to do stationary control. We do place command, and then we teach dogs how to go on the treadmill after they've passed their evaluation. We don't do the treadmill during the evaluation just because dogs tend to get stressed out, and sometimes they'll poop due to stress. So it's not worth trying to teach a new dog to do treadmill on the evaluation day, and then potentially ruin a treadmill when they're not going to be a returning client. At least we don't know if they're going to be a returning client. Okay, but once they pass their eval and we know, okay, they're a daycare regular and stuff, then we start to integrate them more into the other rotations. So all this is happening at one time. So we'll have our play group, we'll have our duration control dogs, we'll have our treadmill dogs, and then maybe a dog in ISO. And from like 8 to 9, they'll be doing that, and then we rotate. And sometimes we'll pull dogs from the playpen. If some of them we've trained, they go to duration. Others may go to treadmill. An antisocial dog on treadmill might go to ISO pen or go on duration. Right there, everybody's just kind of swapping spots. And then once everybody is done what they're able to do, they go back to the kennel for decompression time. Okay, so there's always going to be time away from everything else to give the dog space. So they're not overwhelmed with constantly being around the other dogs or what have you. We do this for all dogs. So no dog is doing play group, treadmill, duration, play group, treadmill, duration. We're not just bringing that, wearing that dog out. We do as much as they can, one of each activity if they can, and then they go back to the kennel for decompression time to rest, get some water, all that stuff, and then later on they'll do another rotation or half a rotation depending on when their owner picks them up. Okay. The reason why we do it this way is it's more like, how to say, I don't want to say guaranteed, but every dog is going to do something throughout the day. Okay. So with the hourly rotation, it's very easy to keep track of. We know on every hour, on the hour, move dogs around. Okay. And then we have a little board that tracks all the activities they've done and what time they did them. So this way we know who to prioritize. Who needs to be let out. If we get our transporters, they have to go out, they have to go have a play group before they leave, just so they get a chance to pee and poop before they go on their drop off, all that stuff. So sometimes clients do add activities like a training session and or a walk, where they get a walk around the neighborhood for half an hour, or they'll get a half an hour training session with either myself or one of my staff as a separate activity throughout the day. For our boarders, they get, after we close at 7 p.m. on the weekdays and 6 p.m. on the weekends, they're still doing activities and stuff like that, albeit it's a bit slower because most of the dogs have left for the day. During the day is definitely our busiest. They're still doing activities till late into the evening, and then they get one last play group or outing before close at 10 o'clock, and then from 10 to 6 a.m. It's bedtime for our dogs. Okay, so simply put, we do hourly rotations. Duration work, play group, treadmill time, or ISO pen, depending on the dog. Moving them around every hour on the hour. Okay? So I'm Jesse with Canine Perspective. Thank you for watching.